Hey guys, I had a Red Piccolo deck profile on my YouTube channel, and now I'm going to update it with this one. This is the updated version of the build, and still no spheres, no ultras, no money cards really. All cards that anyone can get and use and play with. It's a very cheap deck and very anti-meta. So let's talk about this. It's Red Piccolo. And I changed a couple things from my original build, but the defense still stays the same. 3 red blocking hand, 3 red duck, 3 red catch, standard. And 3 energy defensive stance, and 3 red sacrifice, and of course time. So I have 9 physical blocks, 6 energy blocks, and 1 time. And the reason why I run less energy blocks is because the amount of endurance in my deck is pretty substantial. I would say I run more endurance than most blue decks. I run about like 30 plus endurance, something like that. And plus I have weighted clothings, so if I get hit by energies, so be it. It'll help me out in the end. And so I run for utility type cards, weighted clothing of course, and City Destruction. City Destruction is there for the critical, but also the secondary effect of it stopping my opponent from lowering my anger due to criticals. That helps a lot. Because there's sometimes I want to enter with all attacks, no defense, and maybe just maybe this card. Even without this card, I would still enter with all attacks. If I get hit, that's fine. I have endurance. I have weighted clothing. This deck can go control or it can go beatdown. That's what makes this deck so fun to use. And so for physical attacks, I have 3 red shoulder grab, 3 red double strike, 3 knee lift, 2 right cross. Again, this is pretty standard. Shoulder grab is broken, and especially with red double strike. Knee lift is in there for the critical. It's extremely annoying and has, won me many games, criticaling the allies, capturing Dragon Balls back. It's awesome. Red right cross. I didn't run this in my original build because I'm kind of foolish, but it's really good. Auto 2 anger. Might as well. It costs 4. You only use it, when you're not going to get pounded, but it's done really well for me. So this is a good physical stack to have, I would say. And for energies, 3 red static shot. Yeah, got to run that if you're running red, I would say. I mean, pretty much every red deck runs this. It's really good. And if it hits, you gain 3 anger, so that's pretty good. Red energy blast. Love this card. Banishes things I don't like off the field. Red combined blast. The endurance 3 is so crucial. I run this pretty much for its endurance, but its energy it gains anger, but the energy for 6 life, that's also really good. So if you're running red, you should consider this card. It's really, really good. 2 enraged blasts. Some people might be wondering why I run 2 enraged blasts and 2 red right crosses when I can just run 3 of these and maybe 1 of these. I split it 2 and 2 because I wanted some style cards. I wanted a physical, and energy. I just halved it, so it's worked out fine. So I'm gonna keep it as is. And 3 focus assaults. I actually wasn't running this in my original build. I rarely have to use this against Wall Breaker, but it does help against sand, pinging off cards that are attached. Pings the attached card to Bulma. I have other answers to Wall Breaker, but this has endurance too. A lot of people don't know that, or don't recall that when they think about the card. But that helps a lot. Again, endurance is crucial in red because you can enter and be aggressive, and have endurance to save you if you get pounded by energies. So my answers for Wall Breaker are 3 of these: a combat with shoulder grab, a successful static shot, or any of these really powerful attacks. And now for setups, 3 red blaze. Got to run this card. I love this card. I shouldn't say you got to run this, but this card is so damn good. I think it's better than Red Destiny. The Rejuve and the way it gains anger. It gains 1 anger at a time. Then you do a critical damage effect. So if you're at 4 anger on level 3, you advance a level. Then you gain another anger at level 4, and you get to Rejuve 2. Visiting the Past, really good staple. Has won me so many games. I mean, if you're Wall Breaker, you can return back Focus Assault or any card to help you get the Wall Breaker off. And Dragon Radar, because I run all 7 Dragon Balls as an alternative victory. This is a triple victory deck. I win by mostly anger. I can beat down And I've done it before where I beat down and come by Dragon Ball Victory. And I also run Dragon Balls because I play them. I pretty much play these as soon as I get them in my hand, with very little exceptions, because I can keep bouncing them back and forth from my side to my opponent's side to my side and so forth by all the criticals that I have. And so some questions, I'm trying to just think off the top of my head, that people might ask. I already went over the wall breaker thing. I'm not running wall breaker personally because I have a lot of criticals, and I'm going to just lower anger with my criticals and try to outrace anyone that tries to MPPV. I'm running a lot of these cards because of endurance, and it has helped a lot. Trying to think of what else. Any other type of staple cards. I guess I'll just wait. If anyone has any questions, you can just let me know and comment. But this deck has, I would consider this an anti-meta deck. It beats Ginyu. It can beat Krillin. It can beat all the meta decks. And it's extremely fun to play. If you have not played Red yet, I would give this a shot. Again, it's extremely cheap to build. No real money cards here. Anyone can make this deck. No spheres. You don't need spheres. Oh, no convertations. Yeah, I'm not running spheres because I want every card to kind of do something. And keeping a sphere in my hand in this deck was slow and awkward when I want to have cards that gain anger right away. Same thing with convertation. I know convertation can, -1 from my hand and -1 from their hand pretty much, but I want cards that gain anger and do things to put pressure on my opponent. And I did run it in my original build, but I took it out because it's not necessary. I've won more with this build than my previous builds. And I don't run red to heal kick because I don't care about returning cards back to my hand. I put that in instead because it gains 2 anger. But overall, this deck is really awesome. I've done really well locally with it. I mean, it's a kind of an on and off deck. I mean, it can win undefeated one week and then lose the next. But it's really, really consistent and can beat all styles. So I hope I inspired some of you, and let me know what you think. And yes, if there was like a case event, I would definitely run this at this point before set 3 comes out. But here it is.